you go on YouTube and everyone out there. So I'm going to do a quick rant on just basically an explanation of what space really is and how it's got out of context throughout history, and biblical allegory and everything like that has been changed to make it into a meaning that doesn't possibly exist and can't possibly exist because it just isn't there. So we know through the Mandela effect, anyone out there knows that space doesn't exist and everything's just a vibrational frequency of consciousness energy, right? So if we look at going back to the ancients, we'll look at how they actually interpreted space. So they believed that there was something that they could get to. So what it really is that when you get into your Son of God body, which is your spirit, you leave your body and you actually do fly. So that is the space that they always say that they could get to. That we can go to space. We can never ever get to the out of the firmament. That's just decorated patterns of consciousness, basically, that we manifested because we wanted to believe that something was above, so that we could match the below. You know, that's what God created. So, but with the astronauts and all that shit, yeah, well, I think everyone out there's already got the understanding. It's done in the buoyancy lab, and everything's just fucking fake, and they have fucking bubbles and snorkels in space. So I don't even think I have to explain anything about space with that. But the interpretation of space is when you get into your God body, you leave your body, and when you become a divine knowing, you are floating in space. So you enter space. That is the understanding of us in the physical reality of having a thing called space. Just like I explained about the DMT and drugs, how drugs are a program inside of the matrix to actually give you the understanding of learning how to release the DMT naturally by getting in contact with your Son of God and using your spiritual anatomy to get in contact with God. And that's what it's all about. So space is just another reference to the same thing that's put into the construct by the consciousness of one, and it has been blown out of proportion, just like Christ being an actual man. That's going to return when the actual Christ is what we can all actually become by understanding we are a son of God and using the Christ to receive the Christ energy to talk to God as one and be the son of God that you're supposed to be. Everything inside of the physical matrix, like I said before, is of Satan. There's nothing inside the physical matrix that is not of Satan. And when I say Satan, I only use this as reference for the negative side of the one consciousness, because in indoctrination, understanding, in the education of biblical allegory, and plus life itself, you've known Satan as a name to reference the bad. But in general, it's just a reference to back in the ancients when they couldn't understand why does God do such bad things to good people, and they couldn't understand the duality laws, or it's not they couldn't, they wouldn't understand the duality laws. So what they did is they split it apart, and the main reason they split it apart is because they created a book, the Son of Man, which is the physical, which is Satan, created a book that led you to God but give you a false belief in God. Like I taught you before, the Antichrist and the Christ and all that, and the other one is just in reverse outside of the matrix to what it is in the matrix. So each religion has always pointed through to learning how to open these 7 seals and open your Christ eye to get in contact to the one consciousness of God. Because all this references inside the matrix that we're getting now, like I said, superheroes, fucking powers, heroes awakening, Westworld, which is actually talking about consciousness and consciousness going into a game, and Avatar on the outside, which is mind-blowing since the Mandela effect for that kind of thing to pop up. But this is all the references of everything that I'm trying to say. And then you got, like I said, the space. Space does not exist. Yes, the Earth is flat. Deal with it. You just want to fucking imagine it flat? Well, let's imagine it flat. If you want to imagine it round, the people out there that don't want to believe it's fucking flat, well, guess what? You can be right too in your own mind. You can think it's fucking round as far as we're concerned. Who cares, eh? At the end of the day, there's bigger problems on the fucking matrix, in the matrix, than fucking caring about what kind of fucking shape it is. Oh, but I must add, the people that believe it's a ball Earth now have to believe that it's a pear, because Degrassi did tell you the Earth is more of a pearoid shape. So if you're believing it's a ball, you've now got to believe it's a pear, unless you refuse to believe what the people that told you it was a ball has now changed to a pear is. So that's where I'll leave that at that. There's no astronauts. Astronauts are fake. It's just an illusion. Everything is put there to teach you as a lesson. And in life, what you do, you become curious. And you wonder, as you start learning puzzles and learning stuff like this, and you become a truther, and you start realising shit is fucking backwards. Hey, that shouldn't be like that. Why are they like that? Oh, secret societies, what the fuck is that? But look at a secret society. Do a secret society be secret? Fuck no. They blatantly fucking show you the eye of God and say it's theirs when they're lying and going, look at this, look at this. We're showing you God and we're fucking hiding it at the same time. That's why they show you consciousness all the fucking time, because the law of duality says they have to call themselves a secret society, but they can't be secret. And they want to steal God and hide it, but the law of duality says they can't hide it. So you have all of these things inside of the matrix now that are pointing always to what the fuck is going on in the matrix. This is just a giant puzzle. And the puzzle is one thing. It is consciousness as the entire collective of the entire everything, relaying messages through synchronicities, deja vu, just everything that you see that changes inside of the physical is consciousness energy that manifests the entire, trying to relay a message that you are searching, you are searching, you are searching, you are searching. And what are we searching for, people? Are we searching for who's on the world doing this in the world? Or are we searching for why we are here and what this actual thing is all about? Perhaps the reason why we're searching for it is because we were never ever told what the existence of humanity is. And this is why our natural ability of our singularity of consciousness wants to understand that. And this is what we search for, and we have found it. The reason it is to understand that this is a physical manifestation that doesn't exist, but us as sons of God got grounded from our sons of God body and then believed that we were sons of man. So to understand that nothing exists is to be the son of God again, and then you can understand that everything in the physical doesn't exist. It's only you that make it grounded, that actually makes it believe that it's physical. Thanks.